Hello again, welcome back to the channel. So it's September now, sort of first week of September has just gone by, and time to start harvesting some spuds. They've all been munched by the slugs. Hopefully I haven't eaten any of the spuds. Last year I found some of them had dug under the ground. I didn't know slugs went underground, but apparently they do, and they had chewed some of my spuds. So that one's coming out. That one's coming out because the leaves have all started turning yellow. So I'm going to pull those two out, and I think that one in the corner here, because also they say when the leaves start going yellow like that, then it's time to harvest. So we're going to see after this summer now what we get from this. I don't want to dig too much close to my tomato plants because that might mess up the roots for those. Don't know how far the roots go. It's like a jungle. I didn't expect them to grow that big. Planted them a bit close together. They were all falling over, so I've had to prop them up with some pieces of wood and so on. Slugs are still chewing on them, or something. Had a go at that, but they're not getting ripe. I don't know why. These are supposed to be plum tomatoes. They are huge. I don't know why they're so big. Must have done something right. They're kind of a light green color at the moment. I think we need some sunshine. It's just been raining the whole week. Hence why I also wanted to dig the spuds out, because I thought, well, they're going to go rotten if they get too much moisture. I don't know a lot about gardening, just learning as I go really. There's a lot of tomatoes on those plants, but like I say, it's like a jungle. So here we go. Gonna just start digging, and hopefully I won't put any holes in any of the spuds. Let's see what we get out of this. There we go. Just gently pry that up. Hopefully the camera angle is not too bad on this. Just check here. Right, there we go. That's the spuds from that plant. There's quite a few small ones on there, so that's a good start. Put them all in my container. I'm going to put this in the composter. There's plenty of space in there again. Still been putting the pee in there I've been collecting, saving on the flushing of toilets here. No water required, because you don't have to flush if you're peeing in a bottle. Just use the old milk bottles, so making use of stuff instead of recycling it straight away. Still some more spuds in there. I did see some more small ones. Gonna have to dig through this with the hands, I think. Maybe even without the gloves. So I probably won't be able to turn the camera off once the hands are full of dirt. This could end up being a long video. Good news, everyone! We got worms. That's always good for a gardener, to see worms. It means that the soil is improving as time goes on. Trying to dig out all the rubbish that's in there. I don't know what that is. A miniature potato, another small one there. Just move this camera a little bit up. Hopefully we don't put any holes in any big ones that are underneath, if there are any big ones. I don't know. I did plant some maize seeds here. White maize seed, huge ones I bought in a packet at the shop, but they didn't grow, so I don't know whether they've been treated in some way. Oh, another small one. Not much out of that, but it wasn't a very big potato plant, to be honest. There's another one. It's like digging for gold nuggets here. Except these are much tastier. Gonna get in here and start digging from the other side. Nothing yet. A lot of roots and stuff, grass and things growing underneath there. Potatoes, no. I don't think there's any more. I don't know, those roots may be from the tomato plants. It doesn't look like there's any more spuds under there. So that's that one. So basically this is the harvest from that one plant. Not surprising because it wasn't a very big plant. Moving on to the next one. Should get a few more. This one's a bit bigger. Gonna just rip this out of the deck. See what we got. So that's that potato plant out. Into the composter that goes. A lot of small spuds on there by the looks of it. Started going green, that one, because it was on the surface. They weren't quite deep enough into the ground. These are all small ones. Put them on the other side of the box so we can see how many is coming off that plant. Just try and get the camera angle a bit better, yeah, so that you can all see what's going on. Hopefully the view at this angle is a bit better. Just small spuds, they're alright, you can just chuck them straight in the pot. Still just as tasty. They seem to have grown quite close to the surface on this one. Right, let's see what else we got down there. Another one there. There's a fair sized one. Chuck it in the box. Another tiny one. Worm. Put him to one side. Him or her or they, them, whatever. And we'll give it a bit of a dig with the fork. There we go. We've got one decent sized one there. This camera keeps turning to one side. Give it a bit more dig. Yeah, there we go, we've got a few more. Not doing too bad out of this one. A couple more there. Roots, those must be from the tomato plants. And a lot of worms down there. I'll dig this over thoroughly once the tomato plants are finished, because I don't want to be disturbing the roots for, I think that's about it for that one. Piece of random carpet. People love burying carpets in their garden for some reason. So that looks like it, that is it for that one. Stone, other side. Worm, put him back under the soil. Worms are good. Oh, another tiny one there. So that was it for the second plant. So in total, the two plants, that's what we got. We're going to dig up the next one. Here we go. So this one's coming out next. Just try and get the camera up a bit here so that you can see. And out this one comes. That's going straight into the composter. Hopefully this footage, the angle is not too bad on most of it, and you can see what's going on. So there we have it. As I said, the slugs start chomping these things into the composter with that bit. Right, we're gonna put them on that one side of this box to see how many we get from this plant compared to the other two. That's another one. been chomped by the slugs. I was afraid of that. If I leave them for too long, they're going to get munched. Yep, they've had a good go at them. Another one that's just hollow, just the shell left. That one's still intact, that's okay. Another one. Keep digging them out. This one looks like it did quite well from what I'm seeing there. Just get some of the mud off them. There we go. Now we're getting some spuds. There they are. Wow, that's a big one. That's a big one. That's a decent size. Not bad for homegrown stuff. Haven't had much experience growing stuff, so just give it a go, isn't it? Just see how it works out. Well, that's looking good so far. The bean plant is near there, so I don't want to dig too much in that direction. Like I say, I'll give this a good going over once all the other plants are finished. Let's give that a bit of a dig. A couple more small ones there. First plant I dug out, about 3 kgs at least came off that. Big spuds. I was quite surprised. A few of them had, what do they call it when they're kind of hollow on the inside? Oh, I've got to be careful here that I don't dig up the roots for the other plants. Right, there's another one. Just dig a bit around. Sometimes they grow outwards a bit. And just check it out with the hands if there's anything else there. Last year I kind of missed one or two, and that big one that had a whole lot growing on it, that was one of them. Right, that looks like it. That's it for that one. So this is what we got out of that one. Not too bad. So 3 plants. That's what we got in total. That'll make for a couple of meals at least, 2-3 meals for a couple of people, so not bad. So should I dig the rest of them out? Maybe. This one's leaves are going yellow. I think it's time for that to come out as well. This video may be a bit long. Well, it's going to take me a bit of time to dig all these out, but if you want to see what the harvest's looking like, stick around as long as the battery lasts. That plant is out. Into the composter it goes. Still one spud hanging on there, green one. Not really much good. Leave it in there. I can see a whole lot on the surface there. So we're not doing too bad out of that one. I don't know whether I should take this one out as well. I think I'll just go for it. Let's do it. Let's harvest them before the slugs harvest them. They're not going to grow much more now, you know, between now and the end of the season, which is just weeks away, you know, just a few weeks. We'll be going into autumn. So I'm just going to go for it and yank them out. See what we get out of it. Into the composter. Right, that gives me a bit of space. I can see what's going on now. My bean plants, I can see them. Right, I'm going to chuck these down the end and we'll tally them all up for these 3 plants all together. Quite a few small ones on the surface, some, like I say, gone green, because they should be under the soil. Even tiny little ones there. See if I can get the camera angle right here. Not too bad. Some reasonable sized ones. Some weird shapes. Those are all the ones that were sitting near the surface. Right, let's have a bit of a dig with the pitchfork. See what we got. Hopefully you'll see this in the shot. Sorry if you don't. Just difficult to get this camera lined up on the chest strap here. Well, I've got to be careful there. I'm digging up the roots for my bean plant. Well, the tyre method didn't really work for me, so I just plant them straight into the ground now. Let's just get this camera a bit sorted here. Check it out. Another one. Another small one there. Weeds out. Yeah, once the season's over, I'll then, like I say, give it a good dig over, also just to turn over the soil. And usually it's a good idea to leave the roots for your bean plants in. Apparently it creates nitrogen in the soil. So that's what I did last year, and probably why my tomato plants are doing so well. I had broad beans there last year. Tomato plants are really strapping out roots. Don't know what those are from. Potato plant. Don't know. Still got a few beans on the bean plant. Need to pick those off there. Not enough for a meal. So yeah, those are the spuds. This camera is a bit loose on there, and I'm getting mud on it now. Those are the spuds from that plant. Gonna have to give this camera a clean afterwards, but anyway, so that's from that one plant. Now let's collect the ones up for the other two that are growing right next to each other. Not too bad. Not bad at all. A lot of small ones. They'll go in the pot as well. Just as tasty, don't matter what size they are. Add them all to the collection. I think I've just stood on some cat poo, yeah. Cats decided to do its business on the pathway. Good job I got my gumboots on. Just picking these from near the surface, and there's still more. We'll put them with the others. That one gone green, too close to the surface. Weeds out. These are all just small size. Easy, just cut them in half, chuck them in the pot, cook quickly. Tasty, fresh veg. That's the whole idea behind this. Get your own fresh veg. That one's been drilled by something, there's a hole in it. Unfortunately, that's what's going to happen. You're gonna get some that have been hammered by the insects. Here we go. Some more nuggets. Potato nuggets. Right. Let's dig this over a bit then. Hopefully we don't put any holes in any that are down there. Tiny one to one side. Couple more there. They just keep popping up. I love it. Oh, there's more. There we go, we've got some more there, still with the roots attached. Add them to the collection. See what else we got down there, if anything. Just roots I'm seeing. I see one. That one's gone green, it was near the surface. Don't think there's any more in there. They all grew near the surface for some reason. Don't know why. Soil was quite loose underneath. Who knows? Let's just double check here. Nope, nothing else down there. No, doesn't look like we got any more. Those all grew near the surface. So that's it. Oh, hang on, there's one. And a piece of asbestos. And the rain is coming down now, so that's fantastic. That'll wash all the mud off the spuds. Well, that's it for the potatoes. That's all the spud plants ripped out, and basically that is our harvest. We'll put them together with the others just to check what the tally is all together. Let's move this box up here. And the rain is coming down. That's not a bad little harvest. Looking alright. You can't get them fresher. It's amazing the difference in taste between these and supermarket potatoes that have been sitting in storage for God knows how long, probably since last year maybe, I don't know, but you know, they are a lot fresher, much nicer. Still got a few from that other plant that I haven't used yet. That one eaten by the slugs. Put those all in. There we go. This nail is just hooking my jacket. I need to take that out. I put these nails in here just to put a bit of fencing over the top to keep the cats from digging all my seedlings. When I initially started, we've seen it in one of the previous videos. So that's the total harvest for the year. This here is it. That's my potato harvest, as well as the ones I harvested off that other big plant. So there we have it. Gloves can come off now, so it's dangerous when the gloves come off. Stone to the other side. Stones will go up top. So all we got left now is the tomato plants. Hopefully we didn't get any mud on the lens. Just waiting for the sun to come out one day and ripen them so that they go red, and hopefully they don't get eaten by anything. They were like silverfish that seemed to have hollowed one of them out. That was weird. But yeah, that's the jungle of tomato plants. And they got a strong smell, so maybe the slugs don't like that. Still got one bean plant, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bean plants. Had quite a few beans off these little bean plants. They never disappoint, they're amazing. French. Well, in case you missed it, that's the potato harvest from all the plants. I think my battery just started dying on me, so I might have missed all of the footage. So anyway, from me, take care, have a good week ahead, and until the next one, goodbye for now.